In the vast tapestry of Marvel Comics, certain characters stand out not for the battles they've fought or the powers they wield, but for the moral compass they provide. Benjamin "Ben" Parker is one such figure, a man whose quiet strength and enduring wisdom became the foundation for one of the greatest heroes in comic book history. First appearing in Amazing Fantasy number 15, 1962, created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, Uncle Ben is best known as the adoptive father figure to Peter Parker, the boy who would become Spider-Man. Though his appearances in the comics are limited due to his early death, his presence echoes through decades of storytelling, anchored by one immortal lesson. With great power, there must also come great responsibility. Ben Parker's origin is rooted in simplicity. A working-class man from Queens, New York, Ben was the older brother of Richard Parker, Peter's father. When Richard and Mary Parker died in a plane crash under mysterious circumstances, Ben and his wife May took in young Peter, raising him as their own. Ben's personality was defined by kindness, integrity, and an unshakable sense of justice. He worked hard to provide for his small family, and his unwavering love for Peter helped instill in the boy the values that would one day guide him as Spider-Man. The pivotal moment in Ben's history, and in Peter's, comes with his tragic murder. After Peter gains superpowers from a radioactive spider bite, he initially uses them for personal gain. Choosing not to stop a petty thief out of selfishness, Peter later learns that same criminal broke into his home and fatally shot Uncle Ben during a burglary. This gut-wrenching revelation is the spark that transforms Peter from a self-interested teenager into a devoted hero. In this way, Ben Parker's death becomes one of the most important and influential moments in all of Marvel history. While Ben is primarily portrayed as a non-superpowered ordinary man, his role in Spider-Man's mythology cannot be overstated. He is the moral backbone of Peter's life, a reminder that heroism is not defined by powers, but by choices. Through flashbacks, alternate realities, and reimaginings, Ben's character has been further explored. In some versions, he is shown as a war veteran or as someone with a more adventurous past, while in others, such as the Ultimate Spider-Man universe, his relationship with Peter is given even more emotional depth. Regardless of the interpretation, his values remain the same: compassion, responsibility, and courage in everyday life. Ben Parker's legacy extends beyond the comics into television, film, and video games. His death has been portrayed in multiple Spider-Man adaptations, from the live-action films of Sam Raimi's trilogy, where Cliff Robertson brought warmth and gravitas to the role, to the Amazing Spider-Man series with Martin Sheen's portrayal, and even in animated formats like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, where his absence is still deeply felt. Each version reinforces the lasting impact of his wisdom, reminding audiences that Spider-Man's mission is as much about honoring Uncle Ben's memory as it is about saving lives. In alternate Marvel universes, Ben Parker's fate and role are sometimes drastically different. In Spider-Man: Life Story, he survives longer, influencing Peter in new ways. In Spider-Verse storylines, some versions of Ben even take on heroic roles themselves, including realities where he becomes Spider-Man. These creative variations highlight just how central the character is to Spider-Man's core identity, so much so that even when he lives, his presence still carries the same weight of responsibility and sacrifice. Ben Parker's enduring place in Marvel Comics is a testament to the idea that heroes are shaped not just by their powers, but by the people who teach them what to do with those powers. His life was ordinary by superhero standards, but his influence was extraordinary. In many ways, every victory Spider-Man earns is shared with the man who taught him the value of responsibility, a man whose greatest power was his unwavering moral compass.